September 12, 1952, in Flatwoods, West Virginia. A quiet town. A quiet evening. Something appeared in the sky. At around 7:15 p.m., several people reported seeing a bright object streak across the night sky. It appeared to descend behind a nearby hill. At first, they thought it was a meteor, maybe even a plane. But then they noticed something strange. The light hadn't disappeared. It was still there, somewhere beyond the hill, and a group of people decided to go and see what had landed. They were walking towards something they couldn't identify. They had no idea. They were walking directly into one of America's most famous unexplained encounters. The group included Kathleen May, her sons Edward and Freddie, Tommy Heyer, Neil Nunley, Ronald Shaver, and Eugene Lemon. Lemon brought a flashlight, and his dog. They climbed the hill toward the strange light. The darkness around them was almost complete. Then, they saw it. A pulsing red light. Something was moving near it. And then Eugene Lemon pointed his flashlight into the darkness. The beam revealed a figure. According to the witnesses, it was enormous, roughly 10 to 12 feet tall. It appeared to have a strange, pointed head. Some descriptions compared its shape to an ace of spades. Its eyes appeared to glow. Its body was dark, and according to the witnesses, it didn't seem to walk normally. It appeared to glide. Imagine standing on a dark hillside in 1952 and seeing something like that staring back at you. No phones, no cameras, no way to immediately prove what you were seeing. Just a flashlight, a group of terrified people, and something standing in the darkness. Then the creature moved. The witnesses panicked. They ran down the hill, away from whatever they had encountered. The encounter lasted only a short time, but the story would last for generations. And here's where the mystery gets complicated. Because there wasn't just one person telling this story. There were several witnesses. And although their descriptions weren't perfectly identical, they described something strange and terrifying, something they believed was real. The story spread quickly. Newspapers picked it up. Investigators became interested. And eventually, the creature received a name: the Flatwoods Monster. But what was it? An extraterrestrial? Some kind of creature? A military experiment? Or something much more ordinary? One explanation is surprisingly simple. A meteor may have been responsible for the strange light seen crossing the sky. And the creature? Skeptical investigator Joe Nickel later suggested that the witnesses may have mistaken a barn owl for the strange figure. An owl perched in a tree, seen at night, under strange lighting, could potentially create a bizarre silhouette. Fear could have done the rest. And there is another important detail. The witnesses had already convinced themselves that something unusual had landed on the hill. They were frightened before they encountered the figure. That doesn't mean they were lying. It means human perception can become unreliable under extreme conditions. But does the owl explanation answer everything? That's where the mystery remains. Because there was no definitive identification, no captured creature, no confirmed spacecraft, no physical evidence proving an extraterrestrial encounter. Nothing that allows us to say, this is exactly what happened. And that's the uncomfortable part. We can explain pieces of the story: the meteor, the darkness, the possibility of an owl, fear, perspective. But we cannot travel back to that hillside. We cannot see what those witnesses saw. All we have are their accounts. Today, Flatwoods remembers the incident as part of its history and folklore. The monster has become a symbol of the town. But strip away the legends, and you're left with something much stranger. On one September night in 1952, a group of people looked toward the sky. They saw something. They climbed a hill to investigate. and they came back terrified. More than 7 decades later, we still debate what happened. Maybe it was a meteor and a frightened owl. Maybe the witnesses encountered something completely misunderstood. Or maybe the truth is buried somewhere between those two possibilities. Because the Flatwoods Monster doesn't need to be an alien to be terrifying. It only needs one question to remain unanswered. What did they actually see that night? And if you were standing on that hill with nothing but a flashlight and something 10 feet tall suddenly appeared in the darkness, would you have stayed to find out? Follow for more unsolved hidden mysteries.